The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. Okay, I was actually really looking forward to this movie. I don't know why, I was just looking forward to it. Before I start, I'm going to give my opinions on what I thought of the other films. Twilight, the first one. Terrible movie. Don't watch it. It's absolutely terrible. It's just so horrendously bad that I can't make a comment on how bad it is. So, 0 out of 10. Twilight Saga New Moon was meh. It wasn't that bad, but it could have been a lot better. I mean, it could have been at least good. I mean, it had a lot of problems, and yeah, a lot of problems. So, that's basically New Moon for a lot of problems. 4 out of 10 for that. Eclipse, same problems. I mean, it's still so melodramatic, and it's probably Eclipse gets really stupid at times, even though it's not that bad. It's 5 out of 10. This one, I went in this with mixed expectations. I was looking forward to it, but the problem is I wanted to see to laugh at it because I've read the books and I'm a big fan of the books, but Breaking Dawn is the easiest to laugh at in my opinion, because it's so weird and so strange that you can just laugh at it so easily. So I was looking forward to the laugh, and what I got was, well, you're gonna find out. Now, before I do this, I'm going to tell you my style of reviewing. I split my reviews into 5 parts. Basically, what I think the 5 most important elements of a film. First up, plot, character development, acting, visual effects, score, and then I'll give my final verdict on the film. So, repeat, plot, character development, acting, score, visual effects, and then I'll give my final verdict on the film. So, that's my style of reviewing. I might do it in random order, but yeah. First up, we got plot. Now, the Twilight Saga has never been one for a great plot. If you've seen the first Twilight, and the second, and the third, they all had terrible plots, very inconsistent. Sorry, people, I was distracted and I had to do something. So, sorry, everyone. So, back to the plot. Again, Twilight Saga never had a good plot. I mean, Twilight, stupid plot, all of them focused on a stupid love triangle that made no sense whatsoever, and honestly, Bella should have ended up as Jacob. Honestly, because Jacob actually, like, risks his life for Bella, and is brave. He, basically wants to protect her at all costs. Edward, oh, he's pretty, oh my god. It makes no sense, and it's so stupid. Anyways, so this game's plot, not game, what am I talking about? This movie's plot is basically, okay, Bella is finally getting married to Edward, and basically on the honeymoon they have sex. Yes, I heard that right, they have sex, finally. Took long enough. I may sound perverted, but yeah, I sound perverted right now, but what the fuck? What the hell? Anyways, so, and then, Bella gets pregnant with a half-human, half-vampire baby, and my only reaction to that is she is pregnant with Blade. She is pregnant with Blade. Actually, no, she's not, but she's pregnant with Blade. But I want her to be pregnant with Blade. So, basically, and Jacob has to betray his wolf pack because the wolf pack wants to destroy the baby because they believe it's a threat to the world and they have to destroy it. That's the plot, people. Terrible plot, Twilight. Terrible plot. Again, Twilight does not seem to understand the point of plot. If Twilight is going to get any better, they have to step up their game. They're going to have to create a plot which is complex, has actual drama going on. I mean, there's drama in this film, but it's barely in any direction. I mean, it all ends nowhere, and it all ends in the exact same thing that happened. And, and before, I'm going to warn you now, there are going to be some spoilers, like some of the plot elements are going to be really stupid, like, I near the end of the film, the birth scene, Bella is dying, giving birth to, the baby, and basically, she, survives a the bloody. In the book, this is the bloodiest scene in the entire series, and it's really bloody. I mean, it disturbed me in the book, and that's not a good. It barely disturbed me in the movie, mostly because they cut out a ton of blood, and normally there would be a lot of blood in this type of situation, but there's none. And she dies, but then she somehow turns into a vampire because after she's dead, because it's Twilight, and Edward bites her and injects his venom into her. What? It makes no sense. Another thing that makes no sense is she survives bones breaking in her body. Twilight also barely pays any attention to the theme of abortion that is in the movie. If they focused on this more and they knew what they were talking about, they would definitely have made a very good movie. I'm saying this literally. Twilight would have been a very good movie if they talked about abortion more and it was a lot more to the lines and they know what they're talking about. Instead, they just focus on this dumb love triangle, which kind of ends in this series because Jacob imprints on the baby, falls in love or something like that. I never got the point of imprinting, but he imprints on the baby, so essentially the love triangle is kind of finished, sort of. And which takes us into our next part of our review, character development. The character development, again, is terrible. The character development makes no sense whatsoever. I really hate the character development in these movies. The characters barely evolve. They don't, they barely talk about the characters. Most of it is dialogue that's influential to the plot. Movies, if you've read books like Harry Potter or The Seer or fan fictions like The Seer, which, again, turning into a movie if you've seen my other update videos. I love books with, things that have not stuff to do with talking about the characters, stuff that develops the characters' personalities, and you get to know the characters. That is awesome. It just strays away from the plot. And subplots are amazing. Instead, it's just one big giant plot that makes no inconceivable sense. I don't care about this stupid character development you're giving me. Give good ones. Or Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2 is going to die, because Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2 is all bent around character development if you've read the books. Character Part 2 is very, very interesting. I liked the second half of Breaking Dawn. It was a great second half, and the point that Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2 in 3D is even more pretty interesting. Unfortunately, I have low hopes because the character development in these movies seem to be dwindling down to the size of a grain of sand. So, yeah, that's how much I hate character development in movies. Which leads us into acting.